Something just got me here too. I'm watching this other video. It's pointed out something that I knew was coming, but I didn't know it was here. And that is the wet season in Ukraine and the mud. And I see these, you see, this is why they're digging trenches, and it's unsanitary, and you get trench foot. There's no way to keep the water out of your trenches. Your feet are going to be wet all the time. And Russians aren't known for supplying their troops with the best of equipment. And I'm wondering, is that going to play into what's happening? Because that took out half of the manpower in World War One, half from trench foot. So I know technology's improved, but water's water, okay? Um, that is going to force them to go back to these little settlements. They won't be able to have a defense line out here in the middle of nowhere. There's no forest where they're at right now. So they're going to have to move into settlements, and that is just like, here we are. We're right here. You can only hide tank. I mean, you can only hide your gear and your equipment so well. Okay, so yeah, it's just a big mistake. That it's not just 1,000 ounces of silver a day I talked about 7 months ago. It's the moral law that we talked about 7 months ago. It's obvious now what I talked about when I talked about the moral law and having all of the citizens and everyone behind the emperor without doubt, willing to do his willing command because they were with him 100%. That's Ukraine. And the opposite is the person who doesn't do that, which is Putin. And he doesn't have the moral law on his side. His fighting men aren't running to his side, they're fleeing the country. He's destroying their economy. It's not, yeah, he doesn't have the moral law on his side because, well, he's not moral, evidently. So what about trench foot? You think it might have an effect this time? Because water's water. If you don't have, even if you have waterproof boots, I mean, you basically have to wear galoshes to protect yourself. You know what I mean? And you're not very, let's say, agile when you're wearing galoshes over your boots. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. This is the wet season. I didn't know it was here already. And yeah, I know that Mother Nature can play a huge part in the outcomes of conflict.